Start tonight with police believing that a 40-year-old murder case can be solved with your help if witnesses or the suspect come forward. Last night, we told you about the case of Terry McCauley and showed viewers her memorial. But our Matt Hoffman revisited the case Thursday, where police and family members say the case is nearly solved despite all of this time.
Knowing that there is a suspect and there is someone that has been looked at, there is a sense of satisfaction. It's difficult knowing and, not.
That's the nephew of Terry McCauley, an 18-year-old woman likely murdered in 1983. Police have had a suspect for most of the last 4 decades, but they lack enough evidence to prosecute. Back then, a police spokesperson said it wasn't uncommon for teenagers like McCauley to hang out downtown. That's where she was picked up the day of her disappearance.
You'd usually hang out by their car for a while, then you'd jump in their car and you'd go cruise the loop or go somewhere else. But there was a lot happening downtown Sioux City in the 1980s.
Police believe McCauley was killed with a shotgun, likely shot at close range. Her body was discovered a few days after her disappearance near an area that is now 33rd Street in Sioux City. They say, in fact, 33rd Street didn't even exist. There were no cars driving by. Instead, the whole area looked like a wooded forest. And Taylor says McCauley's body was found just on the other side of this ridge in a sort of ditch or gully, likely in this kind of tall grass found by someone, perhaps, walking their dog.
There's only a couple people that know, and there's only really one person that's still alive today that knows what really took place.
Both Taylor and Gill say the case can be solved as long as someone comes forward or forensic evidence gathered back in the 80s generates a lead with today's scientific techniques. In Sioux City, Matt Hoffman, KTIV News 4.
Both McCauley's family and police say the suspect is likely going through enormous guilt, and they encourage anyone who sees this story, suspect or witness, to come forward.